Alright, today there's Tarella Cottage is open on the last Sunday of every month, and we're going to go in and check it out. So Beryl McLaughlin was the last owner. The family built it in 1890s. I believe I think it was her grandfather's John McLaughlin, and she passed away in 1988 and left it to the Blue Mountains Historical Society. So it's just in here and we'll check it out now. Major Geoffrey McLaughlin, who served in World War I as a volunteer with the 1st Australian Field Artillery Brigade in Egypt, Gallipoli and on the Western Front in Europe. He was awarded the Military Cross but was fatally affected by gas like some of my relatives were in World War I. At Passchendaele, it's a famous area from the First World War, and died from his wounds on November the 4th, 1917. Geoffrey is buried in the, I can't pronounce that one, Lichtenstoke Military Cemetery in Belgium. The pebbles came from his gravesite in Europe and were in turn replaced there with a stone from Tarella. The bond is forever forged. Remember the old electricity switches. Alright, we'll just go into here first. This looks like a little lounge room. Very old lounge here.
So you can see here the sail poster. This one's from 1920, and this is the same one.
Some old paintings.
But you hardly knew the eldest son was Harley.
Roof's
Dreams, you really selling that lifestyle.
probably 12 foot high.
Wealthy Sydney's owners.
Nice
He proposed a hotel.
light hanging down from the roof.
Where we are now, so we're very lucky that never happened.
There's an old
You can, yeah. So
an old phonograph.
you can still see it just from the knoll up here. But yeah, they just
And there's an old phone. You have to wind the phone up to get it working. And fireplace. Some old chairs here in the corner. And a really nice painting here of the Blue Mountains. It's the next room. So a nice big old cupboard here. Various things that it's a silk top hat and its original leather case. These be made out of ivory here, ivory needlework. Old leather gloves and purse. A lot of silver items and a nice hand painted jug here. I'll try and get a better view. There's a lot of things in my way. I don't want to trip over anything. There's a lot more things in here. Various items. And there's a lot of pottery collection from 1913.
This is their mother Ada. So she married John. So she was Ada.
And there's an old dress.
That's where she grew up in Randwick. Barnum House it's called. It still exists. So that's still there. But the land's all gone. So now it's also surrounded by terrace houses everywhere.
Nice comfy old chair.
Are you right?
Yeah, we're just looking around.
This used to be the main bedroom,
Oh,
and when they first built it, that wall used to be the end wall, and then they extended it to make the bedroom larger.
oh, cool. A lot of things here that when I used to go, like
Yes,
a grandmother's
sure,
place were there.
Sorry?
A lot of items here. I used to go to an old grandmother's place or a relatives that
Yeah.
I don't remember their name or anything, but I knew it was a grandmother, and yeah, they had all these old furniture like this.
Yeah.
So £50 for 50 acres. That's the original land grant of John McLaughlin for this area.
It was called the
Land grant under the Volunteer Force Regulation Act of 1867.
yeah, that's it.
We used to
Cool.
have that in our house at Fairmont.
I wouldn't mind getting 50 acres for $50.
Up here? No, never would I.
We do try and do it up maybe.
Oh, so that's his other house they had at
That was
Waverley,
the house that they had at Waverley.
Yanko.
That
Okay.
Harley sold once he inherited it.
And is that John
That's
there?
John there.
So that's John who got the your land grant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Harley
So there's an old table of some plates in here. Yeah, there's so much to see in here. Like, you've got to watch when you're walking around. Like,
Yeah.
don't bump anything. But yeah, I remember a bowl like this at one of my relatives' place.
Have you seen what's in that silver dish?
That silver dish there.
The little silver dish. Excuse me, please, and I'll show you. I like the little silver dish. Don't get me. Just get the silver dish.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Oh,
So are they marble eggs?
Well, they're marble eggs, yes. Now they're both marble eggs these days. We had plastic ones in at one stage, but yeah, but that's only to save us having to put eggs in every so
So
often.
was that to boil the eggs?
Keep them warm. Once
Keep
you
them
cook
warm. Oh, okay.
So therefore make them
Fancy.
hard.
Fancy, yeah. we need one at home now. I like the clock. Look at the glass on it with the owl on it.
For your hard-boiled eggs, you just don't cut the
Oh,
tassels.
see,
That's what you do.
just checking out this. So what is that there? It's a Japanese dragon ornament.
They brought home with them when they went on a ship.
So what was that actually for?
They liked it.
They just liked it, but
It was a souvenir. And because they were on a boat, they could get it home.
see that, look how intricate that is.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
So it's actually bronze, eh? Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be worth a lot of money. It'd be something to see on Antiques Roadshow.
No, it's too big. It sort of stays there.
So that's a to bring the food in, like a food trolley. Food
Yes.
trolley.
If you wanted to use it. Otherwise, you just hand it through the window.
how handy
Oh,
is
so
that?
you got a window? Yeah, just hand it. Oh,
I
through
want
the
something,
hatch.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, look at the cutlery. So this all silver?
I think so, yes.
Probably would be back then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So how much of the stuff that's in the house is from the last owner?
Well, you see, the last owner, in inverted commas, they owned the house from 1890s when it was built
Yeah.
until 1988. Now, they lived in it for a good bit of that time. When they weren't living in it, and they didn't live in it occasionally, when they weren't living in it, they were living down at Lura, and then because Beryl was an architect, she organised a couple of houses in some of the streets around. They lived in them until they sold them, and then moved into the next one, and then they came back here. So basically, it was occupied. When they rented it, they didn't rent it out on the open market. They rented it to friends from Sydney for holidays and that sort of thing. So when they when Beryl died and lived it to us, but in the old kitchen, when you go and have a look at the medicine chest in the old kitchen, that comes from the 1880s, 1890s, and it's been 20 years under a house down at Glenbrook, and they were selling the house and moving, and they were cleaning everything out, and they saw it, and they came and asked us if we wanted it. Did you see the phone in there? The
A
other
lot
phone
of
in the
nice
other
silver
room?
in here.
Did you see where you can listen in and no one knows you're there?
Oh, no.
Oh, come on, I'll show you. We love this one. In the conversation, but you can't talk. Now, if the phone rings, you pick this up, then nobody knows you're on the line. So you can, if it rings 3 times and that's not your number, you can pick it up and listen to somebody else's conversation. And there's a series of stories written by Ellen Montgomery of a Canadian girl called Anne Shirley, Anne of Green Gables. Those stories. I don't know if you've.
Oh yeah,
heard
Green
them.
Gables. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in one of the end books, I forget which one, they're on the phone and they can hear the clock chiming in a neighbour's house, so they know the neighbour is listening to the line as well.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because
Another
you
old
can just
phone
answer
here
for
from
someone else's.
1900 to 1910, a Commonwealth Ericsson Swedish magnetotype.
That's nice. That's heavy.
It is, feels heavy, eh? Hello? Yeah, imagine trying to hold this. That's so heavy, like it's like doing weights. You wouldn't want to have a long conversation. That weighs like 3 or 4 kilos.
You can sit yourself comfortably in a chair.
But your arm will be tired.
No. If you sit yourself comfortably in a chair and you can hold it like that, lean you against the chair and the chair supports
Cool
it.
boat. That would have been probably. Did they have a pond out the back here? No. Maybe it got sailed down in a creek. There's an old Snakes and Ladders. We had one of them. Probably still got it there. Oh, look at this. There's a.
No, that's the side door. Keep on going around a bit further. You come in the side door. Just
Oh, have I come inside door, have I?
Yeah. Just keep on walking
Okay.
around.
So a lot of old trophies here.
Yeah.
Cool. An old typewriter. Don't get them no more.
And then the next room is the military room, which is dedicated to Jeffrey. So
Old
while you're
bottles.
in here, I'll speak to these other people.
Oh, sure.
Okay, thanks very much.
Yeah, this is the
We've got historians telling us about things, which is really good. Some things you don't know the history of, and they come through and tell you. So there's a lot of old bottles and a lot of old things that they used back in the old ear syringe. Look at that. Oh, this Sloane's liniment. Another room here. And just put this bag down there. And this is a yeah, so there's unfortunate fellow that passed away during getting gas. This is his blanket that he used during the war. And pictures of the HMAS Australia. And it says, I think it must have got sunk. Yeah, they sunk it. Not sure what all these things mean. I'm just getting videos of them. Turned soldiers and sailors. Sub-branch, like the early sub-branch of the RSL club. Picture of a gypsy moth. In the corner here, it's an old radio. Stromberg Carlson radio. And look, there's a box from 1942. Might be an old military box.
Just give you if you want something, I'll just take these other people around. Just that we're short-handed today. You haven't got any questions? That was the case, the chest that Jeffrey took over to England with his all his gear in, that came back after he died. That wooden chest just
Well,
there.
these some of his medals that he got from being in the First
I
World
think
War?
they're copies. I think we've
Copies?
got the real medals locked up in the safe, and
Okay.
we only put the copies on display.
And there would have been aeroplane propellers they got
Yep. They
shot
should have a
down.
label on them. Is the label fallen off? I'll have to find the label.
It just says Hodge and Doe's Makers Sydney, so it must have been for like a
Yeah, that's a crash.
Sockless Camel or
aeroplane
something
crashed
like that. Yeah.
up the mountains.
Oh, so this plane crashed up here, did it?
I'd suggest.
Oh, okay.
I don't know for sure.
Okay, because there's one there where it's the Wirraway plane crashed in 1940. I'm going to go up there, Aeroplane Hill or Aircraft Hill, and go and find little bits that's left.
There are lots. There've been lots of planes.
Lots of planes. Yeah, that's the only one I've looked into so far. I'm just one at a time. I'm going through the mountains,
Well,
the history.
two of our researchers have been working on the next exhibition, which is going to be plane crashes in the mountains.
Oh, okay, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Gee, there's a lot of silverware, isn't there? And hairbrush. Look at the hairbrush. Imagine trying to brush your head with that. Hypodermic syringe. It's an old clock.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
in
right.
the old kitchen. I'll just go and check these bits.
No worries. There's an old key and some medallions and some pens. There's an old it's like a bird's foot on a little sword. Yeah, is it a back scratcher? Yeah, it's a back scratcher. There's like an old game. I'm not sure what this game was, but there's a lot of things here. There's an old hat. Mosquito repellent tubes right there.
So that was
There's
in
some medals.
1919. So he tried
There's a lot of
in 1920.
things here from the different eras,
Here.
from 1890 all the way up to
So
1980s.
Maybe quietly, because unfortunately I've got a bit of dementia, so I can't
That's
take
all
a
right,
long
no
look at
worries.
it, so I'll just
Okay,
quietly
well,
Leather hat.
put it in.
take
The
it.
binoculars here.
That's the dining. You've walked past the dining room. Have a look in there.
They would have been going around the
Okay, I
shins
was
then.
here yesterday. I
protect them
mainly spent
while
my
they're
time
riding
digging
Horses.
out
There's
the
an
drain
old
there. Did you
set of
notice?
binoculars and
Now,
monocular.
this, apart from coming in with Jim on Friday morning, where I was not looking at drains, I haven't been here 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
No, I just did this yesterday.
I know that's why I said,
Oh, but you wouldn't have noticed the difference.
This is the kitchen. This is it outside the dining room we were in before. And there's so a lot of these stuff, as I said before, is from the 1890s all the way up to 1980s. So you've got 100 years of stuff. So they're all from different decades. So but this one's circa 1880. So we've got the old books here. We've got the Blue Mountains Advertiser. Don't know what date it's from. Maybe I can sneak a look. Is there a date? 1951. That one. There's a couple of cookery books here. And a lot of porcelain. I remember these old chairs. Look at the little sink. It's button to be a little bit more than a metre long. Massive spoon. Imagine being a kid getting hit by that. No, they would have done probably to wash the clothes, turn them around. I've actually got these milk bottles. I found them down in the valley, in the Jamison Valley. Do you know what this is? Answer on reverse. Alright, let's see what the answer is on reverse. It is a weighing machine for grading eggs by their individual weight. So they graded eggs by the weight of it. Wow. You learn something new every day, don't you? Oh, this is not that high. Like if you're, I reckon, 6 foot You're going to hit that. I'm just under it, so I'm just going to make it. Don't know what it is. Oh, look, little cupboard. Yeah, cute little cupboard. And they had the mesh there so the air could flow. Pretty cool. Brickwork here. Oh, and here's the old washing machine. Hand crank clothes wringer, 1890. It's an old broom. Bottles. Got some bottles up here. It's a bit bright there to see the bottles. There they are. Bottle top openers. Maybe some people might remember some of this. Brasso, Bonami, cedar polish. So the Wales are really a top brand of hair clippers. They've been around for a long time, American brand. My Uncle Jim told me. What's that? Reckitt's Blue. Soapstone. Silver starch. The old pegs. And little wash tub. Look at that. Dry your gloves out on.
Not much.
It's all pots and pans in this store. Would have been another way to get out, but they're just using it to show everyone.
That old stove they sort of put in there, it wasn't one that the sisters used.
Case of Schweppes dry ginger ale. So that's a case
So somebody
of
donated.
dry ginger ale Schweppes.
I don't know how it worked.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out
It's
what
old,
it was down overlooking.
An old
It wasn't anything
stove.
they used. When they were renovating, they were look because Beryl had
put the oil in there and then lit it here
stove.
and it heated the hot plates here.
Beryl had a 1950s electric stove at the end, but when they were renovating the cottage, they wanted something older and somebody donated that.
Okay.
And it sort of fit in. It was very popular up the mountains. Evidently there were a lot of them up here. I mean, it must admit I've never seen one either.
Oh, I like the
Subdivided the land here and so
like a tin, biscuit tin or something.
Yeah, ginger, probably.
Yeah, look, it's got the emu on there. It's got the kangaroo and probably had some more animals on the other side.
You're welcome to pick it up and look at the other side if you want to.
Yes. Let's grab on it. Oh, look, it's got a koala and kookaburra. They don't make them that ornate these days. Cheap and nasty.
And we have the back to Cape tin going with that set. Actually, over in the research centre, there's a 3-tier Cape tin. I just haven't got that over here yet.
Oh yeah, flour, sugar and rice. I remember my mother had some stuff similar to this, but not as old. Probably more from the 60s or 70s. So this one here, was that to grind up something like flour or
Yes, I think so.
So the eldest brother turned out to be the
the rolling pins? They never change.
No.
he was the one
Home hardware, so making fresh butter. So you had to make everything yourself back in the day.
We did.
So what's this little contraption?
No, I don't know.
Is it for like being bad kids?
Funny story.
It says butter platter, butter mould.
but it burned down in the 20s.
What that be?
Excuse me. I'll go and ask Fiona.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, going to go and the historians are going to ask another historian what that exactly is because that's a mousetrap.
It's a full-way mousetrap.
So it's a 4-way mousetrap. So if you want to catch mice, that's the best way because it can't escape. So you probably put the cheese in the middle and then
I
bang.
don't know, yes, that's what it is.
Gee, it's a mousetrap
Thanks, Fiona.
from early 1900s probably.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Yeah, we had these
Yeah.
same coloured ones at home. I remember some of this stuff in
They
here. I
were,
remember.
they were all white, or cream and white. They're coloured because they're old. We had these ones where they joined the old kitchen to the house. They divided into 2 rooms. You might like to look in here.
Oh wow.
So
Fancy
these are
winter
old.
gloves.
Look at the gloves. So they're 1900
Mm-hmm.
ones over here. So are these all the same age? Or
No, they're just different ages.
different
yeah.
ages? That's stockings. Customs declaration for bringing clothes in. And I noticed in the little where we just come from the kitchen there, they had like a thing, a metal shaped hand, maybe to put gloves around to dry out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh look, we're 5 months pregnant, and look at that, baby Donnie can wear these. Look at that. So nursery
Christian
handkerchief, 1870. Try and get a better shot. Look at that. I've got a lounge, like I said, the old lounge,
You
and it
finished
had similar kind of cloth on it like this,
And
white.
have you finished with this?
Yes. So
I had a
this
couple
is-
in more that my mother-in-law did for me.
So wow, look at the baby clothes.
And then these are the laces, different laces that I'll get to them eventually. There they are. That Jeffrey brought back. He brought a lot of these back from Malta. Or he sent them back from Malta for his mother and his sisters. And then print paper on her dress. And she worked at the fancy dress ball and got first prize.
So what year was this?
1921.
1921. So she made a dress out of the newspaper.
No, she got the newspaper to print the dress on cotton.
Oh, on cotton. So she printed it on cotton. So the newspaper of the day.
That's the newspaper, and
that's
that's the office.
So what's the newspaper called?
The Echo.
The Echo. So she got the Echo of the day printed on her dress, and she went to fancy dress. And I'd vote her to win too.
Yeah, she won.
What a great idea, eh? I've seen people do something similar, but not to that extent.
Yep.
Gee, even back then, to get it printed on there, that would have been.
Yeah,
I wonder how hard it was for them to do that.
I know.
I like that black pair of boots.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? And then this one
And sewing machine.
is the 1910 dress.
1910 wedding dress.
Yeah,
So who wore this dress at their wedding?
don't know. No, it says a name there.
So it just says wedding dress. 1910 and 1920. And the shoes.
No, the shoes were worn by the mother first.
1898.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. 1898 shoes. Wow.
You finished?
Yeah. Yeah, there.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that. So, yeah, just did that. Why to get a shirt and get the Echo printed on the shirt.
They look sewing.
There's the Echo. That's the building where they made the paper. Oh yeah. Oh, my mother had some of these, especially these one, not this one, but a Singer, and you have to pedal the bottom to make it.
Yeah,
pedal.
that's here.
Yeah. That'd be it. Oh, look at this one. The old pictures of embroidery.
And then this is just the exhibition room. And the exhibition is on royal visits to the room.
Like the old spectacles.
That's the Queen. If you press that button on that machine, you'll hear the Queen talking.
Look at that shell necklace. It's a shell necklace. I'm doing it with my phone now. Unfortunately, my camera stopped working. I'll try and get as much as I can on the phone here. Some bits and pieces, brooches. And then some buckles, some old buckles and old hair pieces to keep hair tied back. Pretty much just in here is just old sewing materials. Some more silverware.
This is not a sale post, it just shows a year later in 1920, just put up for sale again.
And there's an old,
There's a hotel.
like the old Singer sewing machine where you had to pedal it to make it go in. I think my mum's got one of these at home. Alright, we're going up the steps now, so it's pretty steep and it's not really that wide. You've got to watch your footing as you're going up. And we've painted them so it's a bit slippery as well. So we've come to an old heat bath and water can. So maybe you squatted in there or kids got in there. And there's an old probably sleeping clothes, more light. We'll go to this side first, to the right, and we'll just look at this. So the upstairs room, the ages of 4 McLaughlin children in 1893 were Harley 10, Ida 9, Jeffrey 6 and Beryl 5. So Beryl was the one that ended up living to 100 years old and gave the land to the Blue Mountains Historical Society. The only remaining example of the lino that covered the upper bedrooms. Wow. That chair is similar to chairs that are getting made today. Similar. That was a, that could be one that Apex would sell. That's original. So these are the hula hoops, the old hula hoops. And oil lamp. Oh, what's an oil lamp? You see them in the movies. I like the jug with the boat on it. That chair worth a lot of money. Anthony's selling them for Apex, yeah. Just saying, that chair would probably be worth nearly $1,000. That's a chair that I used to work for a company would sell them, and they'd probably $150, $200 for the ones today. That'd probably be worth up to $1,000, that chair, maybe more. Made in Europe. That would be an early, probably 1900 to probably 1910. Really early, that one. So, a lot of things at the, a lot of books down here. Kids to read, little shoes. Look at the little shoes. Miniature warming pan. We're in the mountains, so you'd need a lot of things to keep you warm. Yeah, the good old marbles in the background there. It's a bit windy outside. Look at the old chairs. So you've got to watch yourself when you walk around these rooms because there's things all around. Look at the little tables and chairs. Little kids sitting on. I remember these very early on in my school years. Similar. Old games, snakes and ladders again. And pin the tail on the donkey. I think that's what would have been. It's got all numbers on it. And it's got no tail, so it's the old game, pin the tail on the donkey. And an old map of the world. And look, Australia is New Holland. At least New Zealand's got its name, New Zealand. And Tasmania is joined onto the bottom of Australia. just looking at this bedroom. This was the boys' bedroom, the young boys, and they would go on the veranda over there, and there's a dent there where they smoke some cigars. They have the durries out there. I think this is the whole kerosene in. Could be wrong. There's a lot of utensils here. Oh, look, I remember my father used these razors. Try and go like this, you can see it. Hopefully you can see it better. No, see it better like this. The old Gillette razors. Look at that. A Blackman cutthroat razor, 1930, which is this one right here. Old mirror. Not sure how old the bed was, but it's pretty thin to being a single. I think single beds these days are a bit wider. Small commode, and that's to go to toilet on, isn't it? So it's not original to this house. A lot of things are donated to the period, but there's still a lot of things that were owned by the family that lived in the house. So she said if you look out the window, there's a dent. It's supposed to be a dent in here where they... Not quite sure, but there's a dent. Yeah, there's a dent there where they go for a cigar. So bed warmers. Look at the old bed warmer. I got the old rubber hot water bottles, the old rubber hot water bottles, but probably put a bit of... I think they just put them in the bed to keep it warm, and then afterwards you jumped in. You didn't jump in with this, it'd be burning you for sure. So they'd sit it in the bed, get the bed warm, and when you're time to go to sleep, you jump into a warm bed. So you can see the room is not really that big. Like, I can nearly touch it. It probably gets to about 8 foot here, maybe 7.5. But yeah, you can see how it's it goes up on an angle and then comes back down the other side. So a cupboard here. And just some things in there that are probably for the historical people to get out. A lot of old furniture here. So that's the rooms up the top here. Not that much to see up here, but I think the floorboards probably been changed. You never know, it might be original. Could have been carpet on here and they took them. Might ask them if they're original or not. You can see the rooms aren't really that big. Probably 2 meters by 2 meters, and that's it. Anyway, we're going to make our way down these stairs now. It's tricky. It's not easy. It's easier walking up the stairs than down. It's nice and warm in here. This is the old kitchen.
That one, yes.
Yeah, that looked at him, yes.
Yes.
You gotta squash the clothes like.
Yeah, and your
I like the old
luxury, you made your butter there.
Oh wow.
and it's
Oh,
different
yeah,
tins.
that's the luxury now too.
I have
isn't it?
used one of those
You could make your own butter back in those days.
You
Yeah.
had to go milk the cow.
fly
first.
springs.
Yeah.
Very early in my
What do you
day.
happen to have? Sheep. And the fridge outside.
Oh yeah.
So the water reaching the top, you turn the tap on and it breeze.
So that's huge.
Yeah, that's nice too.
And
Timber
the coal one,
cordials.
the end one, the really heavy one to the left hand side, that was filled up with hot coal, so that would have been really hot.
Yeah.
And
I just
little
had the
one
light on
beside
there
it
just
had
so you can
petrol,
see it
so
better.
How dangerous was that?
Some hot pots in there. It's in my cooking pots
Thank you.
to camping. When I go camping, I use them.
You see the Martin sprayer?
Yeah. The old lamps and things.
Baffles there.
Now, gardener, do you know how to do cuttings from that? Ian, do you know how to do cuttings from that tree? When's the best time?
I haven't tried. I was thinking the same myself. I've actually taken photos and Dr. Googled it so I can see what it is because the trees are just amazing. I presume
Lantern there.
you put it in water like that, isn't it there?
Yeah.
Like some,
This is an old,
After the flowers start.
the old ginger beer bottles.
it's so pretty, isn't it?
So that's Tarella House. It's not a massive house, but it's been around since 1890, and hopefully it'll be around for a lot longer. And it's only $5 to come here. It's on Blacksland Road in Wentworth Falls, and hope you've enjoyed just me showing inside the house. And we're lucky enough to have one of the historians tell us about a bit of the things in the house, and for $5 it's well worth coming up. And just look up the Blue Mountains Historical Society website and I'll have the dates that it's open. And there's only a few people here, and you can walk around as much as you want. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and as I always say, always hiking thongs.